Y'all know what time it is, man. We on another episode of Trill Talk No Cap.
What's good, homie?
What's good, fam? How you living? Hey, what's up, Miss Chinese Nikki? I'm trying to give the San Antonians a bigger idea of what we're talking about and how legendary this shit is. What up, what up, what up? Y'all already know what it is, you know what I'm saying? This is another great episode of Trill Talk No Cap. You know what I'm saying? Where all we do is talk trill. You know what I mean? The only capping that we do are the ones we wear on our heads, you dig? Now, today is a very special day. You feel me? Today, I got my dog, my partner. You know what I'm saying? This man has done a lot for the community of San Antonio. He's put a lot of his heart, his pride into San Antonio. I think I met my dog back in, I want to say like 2010. You know what I'm saying? It was like around that era of time. You are now rocking with my dog, T-Polk, on Trill Talk No Cap, y'all. T-Polk, what's happening, fam?
Man, out here living life. Boy, sound good on this mic though, man. Y'all got to do something about this. I like this.
He about to start freestyling in this shit already. You know what I'm saying? Now, Poke, we gonna go ahead and get started straight into you, man, because you done so much, bro. We want to make sure we cover everything. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I first met you, man, we was into the music. You know what I'm saying? We was doing the music shit, and I think one of the most rare things that I love is when you living in Texas, bro. It's hard to find that authentic Texas person that got that Texas slang, that talk like he from Texas. You know, because a lot of niggas you meet them and you be like, oh, you from Texas, but they don't sound like they're from Texas.
Yeah.
That's you only know because they tell you. But from the moment you open your mouth, you could feel and you can hear the Texas. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard to get around it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? So like I said, when we first met, man, we was hitting the music scene heavy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Tell us, for everybody that don't know, bro, where are you originally from? You know what I'm saying?
Originally from the east side of San Antonio. Grew up a little bit area well. You know what I'm saying? My dad was from the Willie Courts. Grew up over there in that little area. Grew up by the Sutton Homes, East Terry's.
Yo.
Everywhere, man, like the whole east side. Skyline, Dale Crest, Denver Heights.
Yeah. You was all over the hood.
It was everywhere, man. So, yeah, the whole east side, man, literally. So,
yo. Which is crazy because I think I moved here in 07. And I think I was telling them last time that I think East Terrace had just ended over there. You know what I'm saying? They had just shut all them down, the apartments and everything over there. You know what I'm saying? But that's dope, bro. What high school did you go to?
Sam Houston, Cherokee.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Not Hurricane, Cherokee.
I heard them Sam Houston stories. I heard it was live over there too.
It was live, man. It was live, man. You had Big Roddy in there beating on the table, freestyling. We was playing dominoes for breakfast. Yeah, it was live. It was the real hood live.
That's one thing is that I've always wondered if that's universal. When I meet partners like from different cities like New York or whatever, like was they lunchrooms? I always say like, nigga, was your lunchroom as live as Texas niggas though? Because I remember niggas used to
bro, it was live,
with the
man.
pencils and shit.
Roddy be on that thing. I can't beat on the table. I don't want to knock the mics down. Be in there, like we in there just
and going crazy,
man. I'm playing spades, dominoes.
They used to play spades and dominoes.
We used to shoot the dice over there in the little corner, man. Even the teachers was shooting dice with us, man. It was it was everything.
Losing
man.
money.
Yeah, playing. We used to play this game called You Done Won It. So if you happen to be walking with your CD player or something, slap it out your hand. You done wanted it broke. That's your bag. Like,
it was called what? You didn't want it?
It was called You Done Want It. You walking out the so you walking out the cafeteria line with your tray, cursing Johnny or somebody come out. You don't want your lunch, and this up there on the ceiling like. Hey, we used to get it in, man.
Niggas used to get mad at that shit.
Hey, I almost got in a fight with Frank Miller, man. He broke his arm playing that game, man. It was crazy.
That's crazy. He broke his arm.
He broke his arm running from somebody because he really wanted it.
Yeah.
Fell over that rail and broke his arm.
I ain't gonna lie, that'll make a nigga mad as hell. I'm listening to my CD player because back then they didn't have an anti-skip. Yeah. So nigga, your shit hit the ground.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
My parents were dropping me off, and as soon as I got out the car, Leonard Moore got me, man. He knocked my shit out of my hand, bro. I wanted to whoop his ass, but shit, that's part of the game.
Did you play sports over there?
No, I didn't get along with Coach Dickey. I was more of a culinary arts nigga at the time.
yeah. Nah, that's crazy. So man, let's get into like you know what I'm saying, when you hit the music scene heavy out here. You know what I'm saying? You remember then it wasn't
especially during that time of era, it wasn't like the music scene it is today.
No,
it wasn't like a lot of people. It was like the niggas that was on radio. You might have had like Kyle, you might have had Fade Dog, you had Question, but then you had
Not
the
even-
niggas that was right behind them.
Not even when we like really got into it, man. You didn't have social media or any outlets like that, man. I mean, besides like how PKO and them and everybody was doing their thing, you really and Warner and all them, like you really didn't have like what we have today. Like you was really putting the CD labels on the CDs, rapping them and everything yourself, putting them in the trunk, taking them to Austin, riding around with them. You didn't
Hitting the relays.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, Texas relays. We didn't have what we have today to generate how it was back then. Shit.
I felt like the access to money though back then with selling the CDs in the trunk. Was like it was more lucrative.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
All that
saying?
money was yours.
Yeah.
All that money was yours. Unless you was putting them in like Sam's or the Goodies place in Austin, like that money was yours. You handing the CD to somebody.
Yeah.
It was yours.
And I think, bro, one of the things that I love about your story the most is that I didn't know up until recently when we had that conversation at Bentley's where you had actually discovered. Well, I want to make sure I say it right. I don't know if you discovered it, but you was a really big part of Texas Finest.
Yeah, discovered Texas Finest in 1996. Derek Cornish, man, he was going into the military, and he had sent me a letter, man, talking about he wanted to start this Texas Finest thing, and I took it seriously. Like, bro, I went and got the tattoo the next day. I went and got the tattoo.
You was dedicated.
I was dedicated, man. Yeah. But it wasn't even music at first. I ended up meeting Johnny Dixon, his brother Chase. We had White Boy Ricky, Kenneth, Kirsten, Dale, Big Jones. Like it started becoming like something serious.
Yeah.
But it was really high school parties at first, and then we kind of branched off.
Was you a chocolate boy?
Nah, that's Avon and them.
Oh,
man.
okay, I didn't know.
It was chocolate.
I always ask niggas that.
No, it was Chocolate Boys versus Texas Finest. The Antioch Boy, AVO. Man, it was everybody back there.
So it was clicked up back then.
Yeah, it was.
How serious was that walking in some of the same spots with y'all click Texas Finest? You see like the Chocolate Boys.
It was love though.
No, I know, but I'm saying like that friendly competition.
Oh
it was
yeah,
like,
the friendly competition because for the Chocolate Boys, man, they was the whole dancing crew, even Avon ass, man. They was the dancing clique, and then we had Ricky and Kirsten. They was the dancers. Brandon, they was the dancers. Like they was the ones getting it in. And I was standing like the little bodyguard, man. Like sitting a whole 100 pounds. Like I whoop your ass. You touch these niggas. Like
yeah. Now that's dope, man. You know what I'm saying? Because meeting Johnny back in 07 was crazy. I told you about the story with the whole bottle situation, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So with y'all starting that, it got so big.
Yeah, because Johnny took it. Johnny took it more of a business mainstream. He had the business mind of it. I had the hustle behind it. I had the strategy, but Johnny took it to another level when it became like really business. You know what I'm saying? He advocated it the right way. And then like for as the music goes, linking up with Big Roddy on Crockett Block, that's where we spent 80% of our time between Crockett Block and Big Dale House off of Redmond Road. We was in between them two, and then bumping into Kylie at the time and Third Degree. Yeah, man, this is kind of where it all kind of bridged from, and who can freestyle the best. We was doing those 20-minute tracks, and man, it was getting it in, you know. Yeah. But I will say this too, man. A lot of people don't say it, but you got to give Houston they flowers too, man, because like that's really where everybody kind of got it from at that time, and everybody found the lane in that. Yeah, everybody found the lane in that freestyle game and branched off and started really writing and putting their brain to that paper. Right, and we became really good at it.
I think the foundation of what Texas is, especially during that time with the whole man, I didn't came. Yeah. I feel like that's where Houston set the foundation. Mm-hmm. But I feel like that with the cities like us, Dallas, I feel like we all took it to our own. Yeah, it's our own. Put it in our own way. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They just set the foundation, and we kind of just said, okay, we're gonna do that, but we're gonna do it like this. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It was like, when people come out to Texas for the first time, I got homies that come out here from different cities and stuff, and they say, so y'all do slabs? Y'all do? I'm like, yeah, we do. But San Antonio, we also do like the low riders. We do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I do try to tell people the importance of separating us, but also we still fuck with them because they still the home base. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We fuck with Dallas, we fuck with Houston, you know what I'm saying? But we also want to be identified.
Yeah, we the home of the low riders.
Yeah, right? Yeah, home of the low riders. And I feel like
Rosedale Park.
yeah, for sure. And I think that like, people like yourself has done a great job in setting that that precedent for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And separating in a good way though.
Yeah,
but still showing that love.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because some people they'll just take it and be like, "Oh, that's them. This us."
Yeah,
It's
just
not
like
no. You know what I mean?
I mean, even like recently when we did Slab Day at Comanche Park, man, that's a Houston thing. But I was just like, how come San Antonio can't do something like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I understand that state thing and what they do, but we got slabs down here too, man.
Yeah.
Let's give them their flowers, but let's lean on that and try to do our own kind of slab day in San Antonio. And it was super successful, you know?
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Now, what I love, bro, I want to talk about this. So, you know what I'm saying? So first of all, there's certain people in the city that's had like, they may not have been radio hits, but they hits
Yeah.
in the streets. And they hits that we still, till this day, if you play that record, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Niggas already know how to, it turn niggas up, but it make niggas emotional in a sense, because it take them back to that time.
Yeah.
You have some of those songs, you know what I'm saying? You have, certain people have certain ones. I think, VAR got Can't You Tell?
Can't You Tell?
We're gonna always remember that. For me, one of my favorite records is 23.
Yeah.
Now you and ATX came in, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was never a group though. You and ATX were never a group. Y'all just collabed together.
No, we ended up being a group, Deal Music ENT.
Okay.
We ended up linking up, creating a group. That's my dog, my partner, my best friend, man. Man, he taught me a lot about the music game. He actually taught me like how to write my 16s.
Yeah.
I was freestyling on paper, but he showed me how to like put it together.
Yeah.
Like make it sound right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I like doing a lot of slow jam songs too. Like that was one of my biggest things. I like writing slow jam songs. So he like really taught me how to put that in perspective and make it sound good.
Yeah, because you got some samples. Them hoes is crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And them slab joints is crazy.
Yeah.
But nah, that was dope to see that in that time, which is why I always say like you the best person to ask during that time. You know what I'm saying? Like which is so different. You know what I mean? When I got here in 07, I didn't really pop until 10. You know what I'm saying? But it was people like you and VAR who opened up that gate and was like, okay, we see this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But y'all seen niggas come and go. So it was like a nigga had to really earn that spot. See, now in the scene, I feel like niggas just coming out saying I'm a legend in the tone. Yeah. And it's weird because you had to work a little bit harder in 2010 for that type of shit.
Yeah, you definitely back in the day, you had to really work your magic and make your name known. But I would say this, it's probably easier nowadays to say that you are a legend or you the hottest person in the city and these things are new because look at you got the social media platform.
Yeah.
You can do that back then, but we still didn't know you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who are you? Like, you know what I'm saying? But social media, you see everybody.
Yeah.
And you actually gotta give people their props when they really popping, man. You can't be hating on it, man. And I think that's what slows us down sometimes. We don't ever give the next man or woman the actual flowers and props on how creative they is in this music industry. It's always, shit, I'm better than that nigga, but this. Like, man, say he good, let's run with it. She good, let's run. But like, what was the girl we was listening to at Bentley's the other day, man?
T-Prince.
Yeah, like, T-Prince, man, out of nowhere, I never heard of her.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man,
she
got
nice,
something.
She was nice, yeah.
She got something. Like,
absolutely.
Whoever, you need to shoot a video, get a song. Yeah. And then like Slim Easy, right? Slim Easy like the beat king to me of San Antonio.
Yeah.
Literally, hands down. He has every kind of song. Like, that boy,
he really do.
That boy got all the twerk songs.
To me, he was the first one to really. He was like that. You're right. Beat King is the best way to describe him because he had all those type of songs. Nobody was making the songs. Nobody was making the songs like that at that time. And the ones that was trying, it didn't sound like an easy song. You know what I'm saying? Like he made them hoes hit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say you had those songs that we all recognize. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And you got like 5, 6 and Cheddar. They get on up. Like you can't never not say that. That is San Antonio. You got to get on up. 15-5 when they was doing their thing. Like everybody has something from back then that still could be relevant to this day.
Nah, facts. And I think that like one thing you can't deny is that San Antonio got, especially during that time, and still to this day, got talent.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
It's more like, so like, I'm gonna ask a 2-part question, bro. What do you feel like that it hasn't You know what I'm saying? Like the whole kumbaya thing niggas be trying to do, which is so funny to me because niggas that just move here and get in the mix and figure out who's who, figure out who did what, who paved ways and shit like that, they always turn into this kumbaya thing. They're like, hey, bro, what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna get the whole tone together and I'm gonna get in the studio. Now, I've heard this idea 1,000 times. You know what I'm saying?
But we all done that already.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So, the question I'm asking is like, how do you feel about the state of where it's at now? You know what I'm saying? From have you feel that it's grown since you started doing music out here, or do you feel like it's kind of like the same, but just different rappers and different artists, or do you
No,
feel like it
it's
declined?
no, I don't feel like it's declined at all. I do definitely feel like it's grown, it's enhanced. You see so many different styles. You see so many different people that's talented in so many different ways, from R&B to real thugging it out music to the twerking. And you see all different races. You just don't see Icon out here rapping. Like, you see everybody. Like, and there's some really, really talented people out here.
Yeah,
Really is.
yeah,
Really is. It's in good hands, man. It just, once we get off the bullshit,
yeah.
it's forever gonna be great. You just gotta get off the bullshit.
And it's been forever time coming. Like, we need to like get past that shit. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
man. I don't know, man. It's crazy. Like, you always want to use Houston as an example.
saying?
Like, you want to the zeros and Slim Thug squashing they
Paul Wall,
shit.
yeah.
All Paul Wall and
Chameleon, yeah.
Camille. Like, I just really feel like if they can do it, we can do it.
Yeah.
Like, shit, they got bread. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
we
no
run
excuses.
around here like beefing
Oh.
over what? You know?
Yeah, nah, no doubt, no doubt. So you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about what what you do for the community, man. You put on a lot of events. You've done a lot of stuff for your community, giving back to your community in major ways. You know what I mean? From backpacks to bikes to, you know what I'm saying, giving people a chance to perform, opening up opportunities. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of people that, they wasn't doing shows like that before they may have did one of your events. And then after that, they may have shined at that event, and then now these niggas is like doing shows now. Now this nigga got like 5 shows a week. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool to see them get that opportunity and shine.
Definitely cool.
What made you want to start doing that? Or is that something that you always had in your heart to do?
It was something I always had in. It was something I always had in my heart to do, but it was like, how you do it. How do you do it without people making fun of you for wanting to help other people? And I don't know, man. It was just one time thing. I was down there. We was downtown with Avar, William Perkins, like all of us, man. Play like all of us. Like, we went down there. I chopped it up with everybody. Had a little meeting. We all went down there and fed the homeless, and you see the interaction, and you actually see these people like really fucked up out here.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like that, really fucked up out here, and you just giving them a fucking Coke and a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Or even if they don't want that, you had a couple dollars in your pocket.
Right.
And knowing how we grew up and able to do that, I think that was really the turning point of me doing it. And not to get like super spiritual or anything like that, but it was always on my heart, man. It was just I was running from it, man. God put it on my plate. But it was like, man, I ain't doing that shit. Like, ain't nobody for making fun of me, man. Want to help people. And I don't know, I kind of stuck with it. And here we are today, 20 years later.
Still doing it. Yeah.
One of the best in the city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not even no competition. It's not, I want to be the best to do it, because if it wasn't for the city of San Antonio and the support, it wouldn't be nothing anyways.
Yeah.
You just had to like, everybody always thought it was for the camera.
Yeah.
Everybody's, oh man,
That's the first thing they go to.
He out here, man. He posting that shit in the feds of people, man. He done got this donation. It was, I want you to see that. I want you to see what it means to actually do it and actually give back to somebody and look at the life changing experience that you get from it. It was never about the camera.
Yeah.
It was never about, I want to show you that way you can come.
Right.
And you can see, oh shit, damn, you have 20 people. Or shit. Next time let's do 40. Next time let's make it 60. Like, help it get bigger by showing people that there are people out here hurting and suffering. You don't got to do it all the time or post it all the time, but actually show people like you really out here making a difference. That way they can come along and make a difference with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What would you say some of the biggest challenges that you have? I know you just mentioned right now, you know what I'm saying, which is crazy because as you get more into your piece, you know what I'm saying? I don't tell people like as you get older, because you could be, I know niggas 50 that act stupid. like they 20. You know what I'm saying? And I know niggas that's 20 that act real mature. You wouldn't even know that they 20. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what would you say? You know, some of your biggest challenges. I know one you just mentioned was just like people will look for a reason to hate on anything. Like, oh, he doing it for the camera, or he, you know what I'm saying. I got the school program that I do, and you know what I'm saying. I feel like that, like when I see people doing schools, not everybody, but when you see certain people doing schools and stuff like that, you like I in some way, even if it's never mentioned, I've had some type, I had to have some influence or inspiration on that. I think that when a lot of people do stuff for the community, I think it's very hard to not say that T-Polk had a hand in what you're doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially if you live in San Antonio. If you came from somewhere else and then you did it and you was doing it over there, that's very blatant.
Yeah.
But when you say I live in San Antonio, I'm from here, and you start doing shit from the community, the first thought that's gonna come to mind is you had to be inspired by them Comanche Park. You know what I'm saying? You had to be. There was something that he, even if you never told the nigga, it's something that you did, that he did to spark that. You know what I'm saying? I think you've become a pioneer for that type of shit.
Yeah, I think about it sometimes. If somebody else did in the community, been at Comanche Park or on the east side, wherever it may be, sometimes I always think about, I wonder if I inspired that, or they seen me do that, and that goes back to what I said a while ago. I wonder if I was the reason that somebody else kind of did that and seen me do it and took it and ran with it too, and tell people it's never about like, oh shit, man, damn, they copying me, or man, they didn't. I had that idea and they see me write it down and they stole it. Nah, I don't never think like that. But you do mentally. I mean, any person on this earth is gonna think like, man, I wonder if what I did like made
Kinda
them
had a
like
played a
open
part
up
in
that
that.
door.
Absolutely.
Everybody thinks about that. Everybody like Michael Jordan, right? Shooting LeBron, like shit, LeBron shit. I want to be like Mike. Let me take this from him, and that's how I became who I am. Like
right.
Everybody pinches off everybody to make themselves
I
better.
was actually looking at that. Like when you look at Kobe's old plays and stuff, you see the same moves. Yeah. They got a YouTube out on that where like they switched Kobe and Jordan. That shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like literally
identical.
Nigga, that shit crazy. But so now, like, what would you say that, like, for you, for yourself, like, what's been one of the biggest challenges that you face? Like, what's one of the greatest things that you felt like? I know you had news coverage. You know, you had Ken's Five come out, Fox, I believe, too.
Yeah.
For you though, like, what's one of the biggest things where you was like, that's crazy that happened to me? Whether it be like something like as big as like a celebrity coming up to you saying, "Hey, I recognize what you was doing," something like that, or and then like the last part of that question is, what's been one of the worst times something's happened where you like, damn, I'm gonna make sure I never put myself in position to have to experience that again.
The best times, man. Honestly, I don't have a best time, because every time is the best time, because you've touched a life every time. I don't have like this one outstanding event, and it was just everything, because every one of them I do, or we do. It's not even it's we do is amazing. One of the situations I probably never put myself in again, and I think ever since then that I've not done it, everything been straight, is putting myself around people or certain situations that I know I don't belong in. Trusting people with this, knowing that's not the right thing to trust them with.
Right.
I've lost a lot of relationships and friendships behind those certain little things that I've invested in others thinking it was going to go a certain way, and then it go the way I thought it was going to go.
Yeah.
So I've learned to leave those things alone. And I think that's what elevated my life a little bit more to where it is now, because like I'm wholeheartedly at peace with a lot of stuff, and I don't look back at it or have to deal with those things, you know?
Right. No, that's dope. That's dope. And I also want to ask you this, bro. Like, so one thing I learned about most in business is, right, when you develop a team, because you've had a couple teams. You had a team when it came to the music, team when it come to the community work. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't mind helping you out off the strength of who you are.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You the type of person that can go out and say, I need help to do this. This is what I'm thinking of. This is my idea. And you got people that will come out automatically and fuck with it because it's T-Polk doing it. And I know what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
You know, for I've learned in business though that everybody can have a job. But as the person that's putting it on, or as the lead or the whatever, you know what I mean? You have to still have your hand in it.
Oh yeah,
You
most
still got to
definitely.
be paying, or not really like overseeing because you don't trust them, because obviously you trust them to be in that position,
Mm-hmm.
but you overseeing it because it's like, if this don't happen, right? Whose fault is that really?
Yours.
It's not theirs.
True.
It's really mine, because I just left it alone. I said do this, and I didn't even check on that. Did you run into those type of things? You know, starting with the businesses and stuff that you were
Yeah,
starting.
so it goes back to what I said just now, like not giving certain people certain things, and I know they can't handle it. But as you mature and see things the way you want it to be seen, you actually find the right people to help you have that vision. And bro, I don't even worry about it. I swear to God, I don't worry about it. Like, it's if these 4 people hit me up, I know genuinely I can go run around the park. I can go barbecue 200 leg quarters. I can go down the street and get some ice. I can, bro, it's straight. And trust me, she gonna be on my ass either way it goes. So
Yeah.
it's straight. It's gonna be straight regardless. But like I said, once you get so deep, knee deep into it, you know who and not who's gonna work for you and who's not gonna work for you.
Right.
So like now it just I'm a free flowing spirit through the whole thing.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Did you have to face a lot of losses to get those wins?
most definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. You lose a lot before you gain a lot.
Yeah.
That's whether you give it back to the community, that's at your 9 to 5, that's with your wife, kids, brothers, nephews. Like you always gonna lose a little bit to gain a little bit. But when you finally get that blessing God give you, learn how to handle that situation differently.
I think what's crazy too is that this happened a couple years back. And it's crazy because we all have this. I feel like when it comes to the community and when it comes to certain things, this shit is really like a big high school, right?
Yeah.
We got the populars, we got the niggas that got a name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got the niggas that's under that. They just be around. And they just be like, you be knowing them, but they just be around. And then you got the niggas that stand from a distance and they looking at us like, okay, like, I know who they are. I'm trying to get over there to that side. That's what happens. And some stuff happened years ago. I think that your house got broken into.
Mm-hmm.
It was during was it Christmas time?
Right before Christmas.
Right before Christmas. And I remember
we just had our son.
Y'all had posted it. And on this post, right, it was like a lot of people willing to support. They wanted to go, you know what I mean? They wanted to be there for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was shocked and appalled to see the hate too, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was like speculation, like did they do that shit? And then I'm like, niggas is hurting,
like, you know,
and niggas
like,
is
you know me though, like
yeah, like but it showed me the for me it showed me the distance people will go to try to make anything look bad. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I remember you hopping on the post. You know what I'm saying? And I think you can't tell through a post, but it looked like you was upset at some of the stuff, and you was like, "Hey, bro, y'all can talk to me anytime. You can pull up on me, come see me if you feel like, you know what I'm saying."
And that's not even me thugging it out or nothing like that. I've always been the type of person, man. You got an issue or you got some speculation, man, come holler at me.
Yeah.
You know,
what did you feel at that point, like going through that and then having to deal with that shit too?
Like weird, bro. Like who wants somebody to go through another apartment complex, dig a hole, crawl through some shit, and then cut up a hole into a closet and break into your apartment? That took strategy and time, man. Like, and I just had a son. He fucking, they're not even a month old. Like, who wants to do that?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. That's going
like,
beyond
that was some crash dumbass. Let me make a post to be famous shit. Like,
yeah.
But it bothered me for a hot second. But it just like, bro, you know me. Like, I'm not finna do that.
Yeah.
For what? Like,
yeah, no doubt.
Life always been straight. Like, what am I gonna do that for?
Yeah. And you're a great father, you know what I'm saying, which is what we talk about on this show a lot. You know what I'm saying? We try to magnify and put the spotlight on fathers that are actually there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Congratulations too, by the way. You know what I'm saying? On not paying no more. I want to say that's that's a good. I mean, you gonna still break the bread, but you know,
kids always gonna be straight, man. Even when we was going through our situation, they always gonna be straight.
Yeah.
Just never give up on them.
Yeah.
I tell you, man, that.
Nah, that's dope, man. You know what I'm saying? We need that type of stuff needs to be magnified so people can see how the importance, especially these younger parents.
Yeah.
They see the importance of being there for the kids. And then
Yeah.
all the things that you're doing and have done, they get to see that. You know what I
Man,
mean?
yeah, man. Even when you get tired or you don't want to be there for them little badasses, man, still be there because at the end of the day, you really don't know how valuable it is to them
Right.
because they look at you at a certain way. They always gonna look your kids always gonna look at you a certain way.
Right.
Always hold your ground and always be there. Yeah, you're gonna have your differences, but just never give up on them because once you do that, you're gonna lose them.
Yeah.
And you don't have to. If you and your girl go through something and y'all break up or y'all get a divorce or something, bro, them kids ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Don't put them through that. Still be there. Still be there. And if you can't be there because of him or her not having you be there, that's gonna come back to you. They're gonna see what the real is.
Yeah.
But once they find out, they don't fuck with you, they're not gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you're gonna have to pay for that.
And we're gonna get into a subject because we always talk about relationships and stuff. And you would be the best person to talk to because you have such a solid woman behind you. You know what I'm saying, Val? You know, seeing that, did that make a difference? We talked about that last time too. Like, does it make a difference having somebody really solid behind you?
Oh yeah,
You know
hell
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Hell yeah, cause shit. Even through the trials and tribulations and even when I didn't want to fuck with Val, it was shit like she's still solid.
Yeah.
We just gotta figure it out. But it really helps. It really I don't care what no man on this planet says. And y'all could kill me in the post after this. I wouldn't care. Every man need a solid woman. Facts, right? Every man need a solid woman, whether it's helping you financially, cleaning the crib, cooking you dinner, taking care of the kids while you gone, like whatever that area or that space for her to be in for you to help. Everybody needs that because that's what our mamas did for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's reality of the fact, man. Like seeing what your mama went through raising the brothers and being there for my dad, it's like shit, damn, I want that when I get older.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And to finally find it and have it, it's a great thing. You got to work hard not to lose it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I don't
So
know.
what's the thing for Polk? We're gonna get more into that, but what's the thing for Polk? You know, everybody has this goal. You know what I'm saying? For because right now I tell everybody we on borrowed time. So
Yeah.
we here until we not. You know what I'm saying? What's the thing for Polk that you feel like you want people to remember you by? And what's that thing that you chasing that you would love to see, whether it's something for the city or it's something for you?
The thing that I've chased, that's crazy. Nobody never asked me that question. The thing that I've chased and I found, all bullshit to the side is peace.
I hear that a lot too.
You can't, bro. There's nothing ever gonna come my way to make me lose that. Like nothing, bro. Like nothing. You cannot take this from me.
It's weird too because once you find it, it's hard to find.
Yes.
It's hard to find peace, especially if you're not 100% sure what you want your peace to be. Because that's what the part is. You're trying to figure out what makes me feel at peace. So it's hard to find. But once you find it, I noticed that your peace disrupts other people's peace, which is does that even make fucking sense? Your peace disrupts other people's peace because you are a certain person for them, and when you start finding your peace, in a sense you become a little selfish, but it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing to be selfish. It's just how you choose to use that selfishness, right? But once you start becoming peaceful and you say, okay, I'm gonna do this for my family. I notice everything about you right now is family. It's the people that you want to have in your circle. You show love to everybody,
All day.
but you also keep your close net. You keep the outside shit outside that circle.
Yeah. And
So for you, like peace, like, you know what I'm saying? Like for you, like, did you face that? Like, did you face what I've heard people have, like where you lose friends,
Yeah.
you lose people that you cool with, that you fuck with because you found a peace and now you're not necessarily doing for them.
well, that's kind of like a what does they say? What they say, a two-edged sword.
Yeah.
Because people that I was fucking with, I thought it was the right mix of people for me to fuck with.
Mm-hmm.
And when I kind of start dissing myself and I'm lost the people that I was fucking with, I start gaining peace in a sense. But then I was missing that part of my life where I was fucking with them. But then it was like, well, shit, I kind of like it over here.
Yeah.
It's cool over here, man. I ain't got to worry about this, and this. Like, shit, life's pretty cool over here. You know what I'm saying?
And it's amazing when you find that because you don't mind losing this over here.
Yeah.
Because you like, you know what? Shit, I'm happy
Like,
when I'm over here.
but
when I'm doing for you or doing for this,
it's
I'm
crazy.
stressed.
It's crazy you brought that up because we was talking about it maybe like 4 days ago. That was like, who do you talk to? That was like, who do you vent to? Who do you lean on? And I was like, that's crazy you asked me that because I don't have nobody. They was like, who you talk to? I said, nobody. I don't have I mean, I got friends, but I don't have like a friend I can call and just say, hey, my dog, like, man,
I'm going through this.
Man, today fucked up, my nigga. Like, how I get through this? Man, you want to go smoke a cigar, man? Or at least I feel like I haven't reached that level in my life to where I have that one solid person that it's no judgment zone. Is you can go through that, you can cry on my shoulder, you can say these things to me, and it's confidential.
Right.
I've done that in my life in the past where it's confidential, but shit, nigga done slid over there and got my girl or something. Like, I don't know. I mean, besides talking to God, yeah, that's cool. That's great. That's grand. But I don't have like a physical presence in my life that I can call and say, hey, my dog, I'm going through something today. Help me. But it's crazy how that worked in a sense too, because that's how I kind of found my peace.
Because you was backed into a corner where you had to figure out how to deal with that type of stuff on your own.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? No, that's real. That's 100% real. I can see that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that, like, it's hard nowadays to find that person or to find those people that you can, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times too, in a position like yours, and I noticed it from my own position where you have to, people expect you to be strong. Because if you break, then they break. Because then he always got to figure it out.
And I think that's that's crazy because like that's how I am.
Yeah.
Like you would have called me a few years ago, man. You'd probably called me on Facebook and saying this and had a moment, but like now it's like, for what?
And I feel like those are those little tests and those little challenges you're gonna go through, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? There was I went through something this past weekend, and I felt like that, like, you know what I'm saying, that any other situation, I probably would have done the same thing. Went to the Facebook, you know what I'm saying? But now you look at it like, you have to ask yourself before any situation, is this worth my energy?
Yeah.
Because energy is just as important as peace. You know what I mean? You can't let nobody disrupt your energy, take you out of character. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to maintain and say, okay, you know what? To keep my peace and with who I am now, that's not important enough.
And you got to think about it like this too, bro. Whether you believe it or not, you got a lot to lose. Whether you got $5 in your pocket, you got $1 million in your pocket, you got something to lose in your life by not maintaining your peace. And I promise you, once you find it, man, you're going to be great. You're going to be grand. I love and like everybody. Even with the differences I done had with people, man. It's like, bro, like, what we doing? But let's squash that shit and move on, because what we going to get with it? What we going to get with it? That goes from all my dogs, my people I done rap with, shit that happened months ago. Like, bro, like, you a great person. I know I'm a pretty cool person. Bro, let's move on from that dumb shit and get life right and get this money. Like, what we doing with this dumb shit?
That's the best thing to do for it. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I can say too. We talked about it earlier, where you always a person that you could just have a conversation with. It ain't always got to be on the rah-rah, you know, type shit. I think that's one of the best things that I respected about you the most. You know what I'm saying? Even when we was going through our situation, I felt like that it was dope to just have a conversation. And that's dope because I wish more men would do that. You know what I mean? Instead, it's like niggas don't talk about shit. But when I see you, we don't know what it's going to be. because I don't know how you feel about it still.
Yeah.
I know how I feel about it, but I don't know how you feel.
And that's where shit get misjudged and misconstrued because you feeling like, nigga, I'm gonna thug it out and beat your ass. And shit. The other nigga like, man, I just want to give you a piece of candy and sit down and talk about it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody want to thug it out nowadays. And I don't know, bro. I ain't never been the dudes that let's just go box it out and get, man, sit down and have a conversation, my dog. Like, what we finna fuck up each other face for and try to kill somebody for? Like, sit down at the table, have a grown man conversation. We disagree. We cool with it, cool, and we keep walking, bro.
And if you can't, like you said, if you can't, then it's cool that we just don't be cool. Like we could be in the same building though, we grown. We could be in the same building, but we just don't have to, you know.
It ain't nothing wrong with you not liking me.
Yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of
just got to be a respect there though.
Yeah, I just think that's where a lot of people get it messed up. Like, nigga, you better like me, nigga, or today I'm gonna beat your ass. Like, no, nigga, if I don't like you, I don't like you. Nigga, it's not that we gotta fight.
Yeah.
It's just, nigga, your eyes ain't cool with you.
Yeah.
And let's move on.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Facts. So what would you say, like, for you, you know what I'm saying? You know, when can we expect the next community joint to pop off?
I don't know, bro. They random.
Yeah. Oh, you just random.
I might just think of something and be like, say, hey, Val, you know, or she'll just feel it, man, and just. All right, let me say it like this: when God put it on my heart, that's when I do. Yeah. It's not something I just want to go out here
just do
every
all the
month
time,
and just be like, see, we doing free turkeys or we doing. I don't know, man. Just when God put it on my heart, that's when I normally run with it, and that's how it works. Just like when we helped, me and Kylie helped old buddy. It wasn't. I just made a comment on the post like, "Hey, put me in cahoots with this person. I want to help him."
Was that the one that got jacked by the couple?
Yeah, and got the money took and shoot. It went from there, and Kyle was on it too, and shit just blew up from there and changed that man's life within a matter of 1 week.
Yeah.
No,
so who were some of your biggest influences? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ask you a 2-part question again. Some of your biggest influences. Give me 3, and then also, you know, it's a lot of shit going on in the game now. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit going on in the industry. I don't know how close everybody has different paths on how close they were in the industry. You know what I'm saying? I met quite a few famous people that give me different, they give me different ideas of what they felt when they was in the game. You know what I'm saying? One thing we was talking about, and I can't get off this subject for the life of me, but we was talking about the whole Diddy situation. You know what I'm saying? I was saying that like the jokes and shit is funny as hell.
You got some baby oil?
I got the 1 bottle for like 10 years. I never seen no nigga run out of baby oil in my life. I you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like that type of shit too, growing up, listening to that bad boy shit. But you know, like I said, you're a real Southern nigga, so it might have been different for you. You know what I'm saying? That may not have been something that you listened to coming up.
The only time I listened to Diddy and Mace and was when Ricky was dancing. Other than that, I didn't fuck with it. It wasn't something I put in the deck. It was listening to Scarface and Ghetto Boys.
See, that's what I want to know because you different. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You stick to your shit.
To the young Zero, like before he became this Zero, like I wasn't listening to none of that unless it was some slow jams. But
was that ever an ambition for you to be into that when you first started the shit? Was it an ambition for you to get into the industry?
Man, hell no. I was doing it for fun. It became fun and then became real quick.
Yeah.
It was straight kicks and giggles, hooking freestyle in the classroom, and a couple times at Roddy House, a couple times at Big Dale House.
Did you do a couple of your own shows at the Broadway bar shows back in the day?
Yeah, definitely did Broadway, but my lane was Moore's Country Club, and everybody in San Antonio, Texas, no cap, would definitely tell you, motherfuckers shut that shit down. Like fire trucks coming down that bitch finna like shutting it down. So that was my lane with Player Made and all them boys back in the day, Lance and all them. Man, them were the times to be had, man.
Yeah.
Studio 210, all that stuff, man. Them were the times like
niggas used to hit that Chachos.
Yeah, we on Parent with Chachos, man. Chocolate City.
Yeah,
all that shit
crazy.
Border Town on Rigsby, like. Them were the days, man, where everybody got along. Waterberg on Ritterman.
Yeah.
Man, them were the days, like, for real. Everybody got along. It wasn't no, I'm finna whoop your ass because your song better than mine. Like, everybody was so cool.
No, that's dope. That's dope. Now, this is the subject we gonna get into this. And like I said, man, how How long? We're gonna get into this. So we're gonna talk about. I thought Myron. I actually thought you wrote some some questions for me. You wrote Trill talk topics, and there was nothing in there. I said so I didn't prepare for none of these questions that I'm about to ask because I said, you know what? It was 7 o'clock. I said, my nigga Myron. He said he wrote some in there. He got. I went in there. Oh shit, that's what it was. You should have told me because I looked in there today. I said, oh, I got some stuff. Woo. So you know what I'm saying? But so you've been married. How long you been married?
12.
12?
I'm gonna be 12 coming up.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? We talk about this all the time. So this is the hottest topic of the joint. We talk about relationships. People always chime in and they, you know what I'm saying? We talked about dating, you know what I'm saying, and how hard it is for people now that's single. You know what I mean? It's hard for them to date because it's just changed so much. You know what I'm saying? How do you keep something like that strong for 12? I know it's work that has to be put in by you and your partner. So Val, how do you make that last 12 years?
Shit, first and foremost, it ain't perfect, man. We had our separation times a couple times here in life where we didn't agree on one accord, and nigga was like, shit, I'm going my separate way, you go your separate way. That's what it is.
Mhm.
But then we end up bridging the gap, making that shit work. But I think it's really sit down conversations, man. Being straight up with the person, like, man, I just don't like that shit. Like,
Yeah.
you doing that over there, man. You can keep that over there. Are we gonna dump that, leave that there? You gonna come over and figure out how to make it work with me, and it has to be a two-way street, man. But it also has to be very respectful, and you not a bitch, and you not a hoe, and you not dumbass ninja. Like, you gotta really like have that shit solid, man. And understand each other because, man, shit, I got on my ass after my birthday party. I was lit like a firecracker. But I woke up and she was there taking care of me and shit. They still didn't eat, but she took I was still hungry, man. But you know what I'm saying. But if you got kids too, man, you gotta check the overall camaraderie of your family and really what's best for it and what to get rid of and what to keep. A lot of times, man, it's easy, bro. It's easy to just slide out, but when you put so much time in it, man, and if you can have those sit down conversations,
Yeah.
shit, I'm always say try to make that shit work because especially when you got kids involved. I'm not saying stay for the kids, because that shit can be unhealthy too. But if there is a way where y'all can be on one accord and make that shit work, I'm always root for it, clap for it, and make it work. But then at the end of the day, if it don't work, man, don't drag yourself through the sad pity parties and all the other shit because you ain't doing nothing. You ain't gonna be happy. You gonna fucking go do other shit. He gonna do other shit. But if you can sit down and have a full conversation with your person and y'all agree to some shit, it's gonna pan out, man.
I think that's one thing I could say about y'all situation is y'all keep it absolutely 100% with each other. No matter who the fuck around, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that that's dope because I think that people, like, I asked somebody that, like, do you know what it really means to keep it 100% with your partner? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people say that shit, but it's like keeping 100% in general. And like, how many people do y'all really know? I bet everybody in here don't know 10 people that keep it 100 all the time. I mean, 100.
And I'm gonna say this:
like, do you like this dress? No, you look stupid as fuck. Put it up.
Like everybody. Everybody, you see it on Facebook. Like we just the happiest people in the world. But honestly, to God, honest truth, like maybe the last year, it's just been free flowing, everything good every day, kind of thing, man. But it took so long to get here, and it's hard to let that feeling go. Like, how do we keep this where it's at?
Right.
I don't want to go back there no more.
Right.
I'm done with that.
Right.
If you want to go do that, my nigga, you go do it or shit. Go handle your business. But it took a long time to get here. A long time.
No, that's dope. That's dope. So you know what I'm saying? Real quick for the crowd, because I got some questions that came in. What do y'all think is the biggest issue that's keeping people single nowadays? Social media. That's crazy because that was like the next fucking. I guess we're gonna scratch that next question. Social media obviously is killing y'all niggas. That's wild. So So that's it. Social media, y'all just that's unanimous. Like, yeah, mm, yeah. You want to make sure.
Man, she makes it seem like she got that good right. She like, nigga, what about my dick? Like, goddamn, nigga, she just like,
Your dick
got
ain't
that
shit.
good hell, like, nigga.
He ain't going nowhere.
Man, like, what happened to my shit? Nigga, like,
See, I got kind of like murder vibes when she said it. He not going nowhere. Like, I feel like she packing right now. We ain't had no security in this bitch. I got murder vibes.
I've always been a fan of that. Always.
Nah, that's facts. That's facts. How would y'all view dating now? Like, did I ask that question already?
No.
Okay, how would y'all view that shit now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a question from Myron. Myron, I know I tell this story about this nigga all the time. I gotta say this story again because it's funny as hell. So this nigga said he was texting a girl and she said, "You got an Android?" That nigga said, "See what I'm saying? I'm not even to that shit." I just think that shit like that is crazy. That's the world.
You lose a whole relationship over having an Android.
That's the world we in. If you not seeing my phone, I'm not.
Oh, you mess up the whole group chat.
What's your green bubble ass?
Oh, we can't even FaceTime you. Yeah, Android ain't what it is no more.
That's crazy. Do y'all think situationships killed relationships? Who said that? Situationships. So like, some people are perfectly fine being in situationships, which is like they'll explain this is where they at, this is what they doing, but they don't want a relationship. Yeah, I feel like that both sides for me has to be it, like you said, it has to be understood because you can't say I want a situationship and then be mad that I talk. Yeah, yeah. Nah, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, that was an easy one. That was an easy one. Nah, yeah. Some people, but some people really don't know how to take that though. I think that's 100%. Huh? That's true too. That's true too. I think that people like you said. I think stuff like that has to be laid out in front at all times. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you want to have something that lasts 12 years or something like that. You know what I mean? Because you also too, it depends on who you dating. Like if you got a homebody, the nigga never go nowhere, you probably safe. You know what I'm saying? But challenges like T-Polk, myself, people that's in the eye, uh, I imagine it had to be challenging. Like she said, females still come up right now and be like, "Hey, what's up?" So you had to be like, you dating T-Polk. You're married to T-Polk. You know what I'm saying? You dating High Strong. You married to. It's different than dating this nigga who just go to the insurance office every day
on the Xbox.
Yeah, on the Xbox. It's just a different thing, you know what I'm saying? But nah, it's just facing those challenges, man. That's something that we wanted to put out there. So it's something that y'all can go online and y'all can also ask the questions. We're getting ready to wrap up here in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to know about T-Polk. I want y'all to tap in with him. I want y'all to get tapped in whenever God put it on his heart again to do another event. He be having the slabs out there, man. Be having food. People get a chance to perform. Always some really dope performances. But yeah, if there's any questions that we asked and y'all want to put it down on the social media, put it down on the Instagram. Make sure y'all tap in with us. T-Polk, is there anything you want the people to know? Can you let them know where to follow you at on Instagram if they want to? You know what I'm saying?
T-Polk on Instagram, Tyrone Polk on Facebook. I'll be on there when I can be on there. To the city of San Antonio, man, y'all got nothing but love and respect for everybody, man. I don't got no beef with nobody. I don't hate nobody. Man, it's all love. But no, I like all bullshit aside, man. I love San Antonio, man. I love everybody that fuck with me, that keep me right, keep me straight. To all the artists out here, man, number love and respect, man. No drama, no beef for none of these boys out here, none of these females in the rap game.
Yeah, Texas slang, these boys out here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, keep making music, man. Keep putting on, keep showing that, man. And shit, just keep doing your thing, man. Shout out to everybody that I know. Shit, I got so many names I want to say, but I'm just say shout out to everybody because I fuck with everybody. So
anybody in San Antonio, I never told nobody this. But anybody in San Antonio, this is what I want you to do. When you see T-Polk out, when you see him chilling, when you see him, if you see him walking down the street, going to the gas station, anywhere you see him, I don't care if you see him in Walmart, I want you to walk up to him and say, man, hold up, I done came down. I want to show you how it's going to turn this nigga up. He will freestyle in the middle of Walmart or anywhere the fuck he is because it turns him the fuck up. All you got to do is say, man, hold up, I done came down, and he going to take over. And start freestyling. I'm gonna say this, man. Alvin Perry, man. He used to always say, "Nigga, you have 100 people walking.
You ain't never gonna let that shit go, bro. I can't, man. That's how I grew up, dog. Shit, like, man, freestyle acapella. Say, I'll be on your ass.
I feel like I'm gonna get a phone call like Strong. It's 3 people that's this gas station talking about, man, hold up. He said, you need to go back on there and tell them to calm that shit down, man.
Hey, I might not be the best rapper, but I can fuck with y'all, man. So shit, it is what it is, too.
Man, but y'all know what it is, man. This has been a great episode of Trill Talk No Cap. We finna have some music played for y'all, man. We out with my dog T-Polk. Make sure y'all tap in. T-Polk, thank you for coming on Trill Talk, man. Fucking with us and letting us know what you do, bro.
Keep doing your thing.
Please keep doing your thing as well. You know what I'm saying? And once again, I didn't say it in the beginning, but I do want to thank you. I want to say I appreciate you, not only for what you do for the community, but everybody's going to have their own story, but for what you did for me. I feel like that you and Avar, when I first moved here, I got a chance to now be of the elite, people that I think is of elite. You know what I'm saying? And it was people like you that opened that gate and left it open. You know what I'm saying? Because we have this talking conversation all the time about people saying there's gatekeepers. But you got also niggas that did leave the gate open. If you didn't walk through it, you know what I'm saying? Your loss. So I do want to appreciate you for doing that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
And so look, 7400 West Loop, 1604 North. Y'all come see me. Capitol Buick GMC West. I got you.